And a source told OK magazine, quote, "There are many things that both of them, especially Meghan, don't necessarily want in the public domain. One of which may be the, again, alleged rumored yacht girl."
What if everything you thought you knew about Meghan Markle's past was about to be flipped upside down? A mysterious screenshot just surfaced, reigniting the long-running rumors of her yacht girl days. And this time, it's sparking wild theories that even the royals can't ignore. Are we about to uncover a side of Meghan no one ever saw coming? Stick around, because this story is far from over. Meghan Markle's past has this strange ability to never stay quiet. Just when the internet moves on to the next scandal, something new pops up, pulling her old rumors right back into the spotlight. This time, it's a screenshot from 2016 that's making waves again. It's not new. No, this piece of the puzzle was tucked away for years, but someone recently dusted it off, and suddenly, the whispers are back. The screenshot itself isn't exactly groundbreaking, but the timing of its resurfacing is. It was shared by an account called Meghan's Mole, known for digging into old receipts and rumors. The image shows a message from a guy named Adam Hound. Now, don't expect him to be a household name. He's not some major player in Meghan's life, but the message is intriguing. It's a casual invitation to join him and friends for Yacht Week in Croatia. No pressure, no big deal, just a, "Hey, if you're free, come hang out on a yacht." The dates were even included. Seems innocent enough, right? But as with anything involving Meghan, things are never as simple as they seem. The internet, as always, exploded with mixed reactions. To some, it's just a friendly invitation, nothing more, nothing less. Just two people, casually suggesting a trip. But to others, this screenshot is a key piece of the puzzle they've been building for years. The vibe is familiar, a wink-wink kind of invitation, and maybe, just maybe, there's something more to it than what meets the eye. So, this screenshot reignited the debate. Is this just a normal invite, or does it hint at something far more layered? One invitation, and suddenly, the past Meghan thought she left behind was back under the microscope. It's funny how the internet works, isn't it? One old photo or message, and the story never really dies. It just morphs into something new. Now, here's where things get interesting. The resurfaced screenshot doesn't just stand on its own. It's part of a much bigger conversation that's been bubbling under the surface for years. A theory that refuses to die. The yacht girl theory. The idea that Meghan, before her days as a duchess, was part of an exclusive, glamorous party scene that involved yachts, Mediterranean getaways, and, of course, some very powerful, wealthy men. This isn't the first time people have whispered about Meghan's connections to an elite world that's hard to reach for most of us. But this invite to Yacht Week in Croatia, it adds fuel to that fire. There's been speculation for a while that Meghan may have been involved in these kinds of circles. Socialites, actors, rich men, and yes, yachts. Was this just another invite to an innocent holiday with friends? Or was it a signal that she was already part of something bigger, something the public wasn't supposed to know about? The theory goes deeper. Some believe Meghan's connections may have even crossed paths with royalty well before she met Prince Harry. The name that often comes up in these discussions? Prince Andrew. Allegedly, Meghan's path may have crossed with his during these rumored yacht trips or glamorous parties, adding even more fuel to the mystery. Of course, there's no solid proof, no boat manifests, no photographs, but the whispers? They've been there for years, always just beneath the surface. What's even more intriguing is how these alleged ties could completely change the timeline of Meghan's relationship with Harry. Imagine this. Instead of a fairy tale romance between a rising actress and a prince, you have a much more complicated story. A tale of overlapping social circles, backdoor introductions, and a much less by-chance meeting than we've been led to believe. Could it be that Meghan's connection to Harry was, in some ways, orchestrated long before their famous meet-cute? That's the essence of the yacht girl theory. What if Meghan's past was more entwined with the royal circles than we ever realized? And what if that backstory, those unspoken connections, are exactly what's being hidden? Because it's one thing to talk about a rising actress meeting a prince, but it's a whole other ballgame when we start to question whether royal ties were already in place before Meghan even stepped into Buckingham Palace. The more you look at the pieces, the messier this story gets. If the yacht rumors weren't enough to keep the speculation alive, there's another layer that adds to the mystery: the infamous German documentary. This was supposed to be the big one, the tell-all that would reveal all the secrets Harry and Meghan didn't want the public to know. A documentary that promised to peel back the curtains on their lives and expose the things we hadn't seen. The buildup was massive, and people were eagerly waiting for the truth to spill out. But when it finally dropped? Well, let's just say it left a lot of people disappointed. The documentary didn't reveal the bombshells everyone was hoping for. In fact, it seemed like it held back more than it exposed. What was supposed to be a deep dive into Meghan and Harry's world turned into a watered-down version, with legal delays, redactions, and last-minute edits. Some even speculated that those edits weren't just about making sure the facts were accurate. They might have been about removing certain details altogether. What details, you ask? Well, the whispers suggest that some parts of Meghan's past, specifically her connections to the yacht scene and the Mediterranean parties, were intentionally left out of the final cut. The timing of these delays only fueled the fire of the yacht rumors. After all, when the media gets its hands on something potentially explosive, it's never just about fact-checking. There's always the question of what's being removed, what's being buried, and why. Some believe that, had those cuts not been made, the public would have learned more than they were meant to know about Meghan's early life. Things that might change how we view her rise from Hollywood actress to Duchess of Sussex. But here's the thing. The delay and the secrecy surrounding the documentary only made people more curious. The more something is hidden or avoided, the more people are desperate to uncover the truth. It's a basic human instinct. When you're told you can't have something, you want it even more. And with Meghan, the more her past is obscured, the more the yacht rumors resurface, the more the questions multiply. What's interesting here is how this documentary, meant to reveal the truth, ended up doing the opposite. It didn't just fail to answer questions, it raised even more. Now, instead of offering clarity, it left people wondering, what else is out there that we haven't seen? What other secrets, what other pieces of Meghan's past are still locked away, just out of reach? And most importantly, who's making sure they stay hidden? Before Meghan Markle was a household name, before she became a duchess and the global figure we know today, she was just another ambitious actress grinding in Hollywood. The journey from unknown to royal wasn't a smooth, straight path. It was filled with auditions, rejections, and strategic decisions, all of which helped shape the Meghan Markle we see today. But there's more to her Hollywood days than what the public usually sees. Meghan didn't just rely on talent. She was also very savvy about her image and who she surrounded herself with. In Hollywood, where networking is everything, knowing the right people can make all the difference. Now, we all know that Meghan eventually crossed paths with Prince Harry, but the questions start to bubble when you think about how small the world can be, especially in these elite circles. Was it love at first sight, or were introductions already being made long before the media ever caught wind of their relationship? Could Harry and Meghan have met in these private spaces, with no cameras, no royal protocol, just two people sharing a drink and a conversation? The whispers that Meghan was connected to powerful people in Hollywood and beyond only fuel the intrigue about her relationship with Harry. The idea that their love story was more than just a fairy tale, that it might have been influenced by these networks and the social circles they both frequented, adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. Meghan's rise wasn't just about luck. It was about strategically positioning herself among the right crowd, and the right crowd, it seems, may have included some very influential players, both in Hollywood and in the royal world. In a way, this Hollywood hustle mirrors the very tactics she might have used to carve out her place in the royal family, a careful balance of image, connections, and timing. But as with everything in Meghan's life, there's more beneath the surface. Was her connection with Harry just fate? Or was it a carefully orchestrated meeting of two worlds, Hollywood glamour and royal power, already on a collision course? The more you look, the more questions arise. Now, if you think this yacht rumor is just another passing moment, think again. The internet has a way of reviving these stories, and certain accounts online have made it their mission to keep Meghan's past alive, whether she wants it to or not. Accounts like Meghan's Mole and Royally Sage have become digital detectives, digging into old tweets, photos, and snippets of information, archiving everything for the world to see. These accounts are more than just followers of gossip. They're the ones keeping track of the inconsistencies, the odd details, the little things that don't always fit into the official narrative. The recent resurgence of the Yacht Girl rumors can be directly linked to one of these posts. Meghan's mole unearthed that screenshot, drawing attention to an old message that would have otherwise gone unnoticed. And suddenly, the internet was buzzing again. The thing is, these accounts don't just revive old rumors. They bring a sense of legitimacy to them, whether or not that's their intention. When an old tweet, a party photo, or even a vague message from years ago surfaces, it forces the public to rethink everything. What was once buried? What could still be hidden? Every post adds a layer to a story that never really goes away. They're not journalists in the traditional sense. They don't have the same obligations or editorial oversight, but they're often more effective than mainstream outlets at keeping certain stories alive. The posts from Meghan's mole and others aren't always about exposing new information. They're about reminding us that there are still unanswered questions. They keep the past in play, forcing us to keep wondering, what's really going on here? One of the most striking things about the yacht rumors and many other speculations about Meghan Markle is her silence. In an era where every celebrity is quick to jump in and clarify, deny, or comment on controversies, Meghan's refusal to address these rumors head-on has fueled even more curiosity. While she's been vocal about plenty of other topics, particularly her issues with the press and her public stance on the royal family, when it comes to the Yacht Girl rumors, it's like she's built an impenetrable wall of silence. And in today's media landscape, silence is rarely neutral. Meghan's silence isn't just about avoiding the topic, it's become a part of the story. By not speaking out, she's allowed the rumors to grow, to spiral out of control. People start to wonder, why won't she address this? Is it because there's something to hide? Or is it because she's above the drama, refusing to give these rumors any more life? The longer she stays quiet, the more the internet fills in the gaps with speculation. This isn't just about the yacht rumors, though. Meghan and Harry have made it clear in interviews and documentaries that they have a strained relationship with the press, one that goes beyond the tabloids and touches on deeper issues with media manipulation. From their decision to step back as senior royals to their outspoken critiques of royal life, Meghan and Harry have worked hard to control the narrative around their lives. But controlling your image isn't as easy as it sounds, especially when the story is constantly being shaped by others. When Meghan remains silent on specific issues like this one, it invites even more scrutiny. The silence doesn't just keep people at arm's length. It gives them a reason to dig deeper, to question the parts of the story that aren't being told. In many ways, it feeds the idea that there's more to the story. Because here's the thing, when you refuse to confirm or deny something in today's world, it's not just about staying out of the noise, it's about creating an even bigger mystery. The more Meghan Markle's past is suppressed, the more the rumors seem to grow. There's a fascinating paradox at play here. The more things are buried or erased, the more they become objects of intense curiosity. And when you look at Meghan's case, it's not just about the rumors themselves, it's about how they're handled. There's a real sense that certain aspects of Meghan's past are being deliberately kept from the public eye, as if there's an effort to protect the narrative from getting too messy. One of the most telling signs of this suppression is the way the media handles certain stories. Take the example of Lady C, a veteran of royal gossip. For decades, Lady C has been known for her insider knowledge of the royal family and its secrets. Yet, when it comes to Meghan, she treads lightly. She's spoken about many royal scandals over the years, but with Meghan, there's a noticeable hesitation. It's as though the usual rules don't apply when it comes to her. And that's not normal. Someone who's made a career out of talking about the royal family choosing not to fully touch on a topic like this speaks volumes. Why this hesitancy? Why does the conversation around Meghan's alleged yacht days feel so guarded? Is it because there's something bigger at play here? Perhaps there's a quiet effort to protect Meghan from certain aspects of her past being exposed. It's not just about shielding her from scandal. It's about controlling the narrative in a way that suits the royal family's image. After all, if the rumors about Meghan's connections to powerful figures before she met Harry were ever proven true, It could completely reshape her story and, by extension, her role in the royal family. Let's step back for a moment and consider why these yacht rumors, despite the lack of hard proof, continue to matter. On the surface, they might seem like nothing more than a fleeting piece of gossip, another rumor swirling around the royal family. But in reality, they've become much more than that. The reason these whispers hold weight is not just because of Meghan's past, but because of who Meghan is now. The Duchess of Sussex, a mother to royal children, a figure at the intersection of Hollywood and royalty. If Meghan were still just Meghan Markle, the actress, none of this would even raise an eyebrow. We've seen countless celebrities with complicated pasts, some of them far more scandalous than anything Meghan is accused of. But it's not their pasts that are under scrutiny. It's because Meghan crossed the boundary into the royal world, a world that demands perfection and squeaky clean images. The yacht rumors, no matter how far-fetched they may seem, become significant because they challenge the image of the perfect royal. Every time a new piece of gossip about her past surfaces, it threatens to unravel the picture-perfect narrative that's been built around her. It's not just about the yacht parties or the rich men she might have known. It's about the idea that Meghan, someone who wasn't born into royalty, someone who rose from a modest background in Hollywood hustle, could have ties to circles that would raise eyebrows if the public knew about them. The narrative that Meghan and Harry's romance was pure and meant to be would be questioned if it were revealed that they had met long before their publicized introduction, perhaps through backdoor connections at exclusive events or parties. As we close the chapter on the yacht girl rumors, it's clear that there's more to this story than just whispers and speculation. The truth, as always, likely sits somewhere in the middle. Maybe Meghan did receive those yacht invites. Maybe she went. Perhaps there's nothing more to it than a woman enjoying some time away with friends. But in the world of Meghan Markle, even the smallest detail gets scrutinized, and every part of her past gets re-examined through the lens of the royal family's image. What's most telling isn't whether the rumors about the yachts are true, it's the obsession with why these stories keep resurfacing. Why does the idea of Meghan's past continue to capture the public's attention? The more the past is suppressed, the more questions grow, and the more people wonder what's being hidden. Meghan has worked tirelessly to curate a specific image: victim of the press, brave advocate for change, loving mother and wife. And while that narrative is powerful, it's also incomplete. There are pieces of her story that remain locked away, and as long as they are, the curiosity about them will only intensify. In the end, the yacht rumors aren't just about a glamorous past or alleged connections with powerful figures. They're about the clash between Meghan's history and her present. They're about the complex journey from a Hollywood actress to a royal, and the sacrifices made along the way to maintain that polished image. The public may never know the full truth, but what's clear is that Meghan's life is anything but simple, and every new detail, no matter how small, adds another layer to her story. What makes Meghan Markle's story so captivating isn't just her rise from Hollywood to royalty, but the endless layers that remain hidden beneath the surface. While many public figures have their pasts dissected and discussed, Meghan's history has been shrouded in silence and suppression, creating an enigma that continues to intrigue. The yacht girl rumors, like so many aspects of her past, only fuel this fascination. Whether true or not, they symbolize something larger: the struggle between the carefully crafted image of Meghan Markle and the complexities of her life before the royal spotlight. In the end, these whispers about her past represent more than just curiosity about her social circles or her Hollywood days. They reflect the way we, as a public, engage with celebrity culture and royal life. When someone from the outside, someone not born into the system, breaks through and rises to such prominence, the inevitable question is, how did they get there? And for Meghan, with every new rumor and every resurfaced detail, that question gets asked over and over again. The yacht rumors may fade into the background for now, but they'll always be a part of the bigger story. The story of how a woman carved her own path to royalty, and how the world watched, analyzed, and speculated along the way. For all the silence, for all the image control, one thing is clear: Meghan's past will never fully go away. It will continue to haunt her story, no matter how much she may want to bury it. Because when you rise to such heights, When your story captivates the world, the past becomes a part of you, whether you like it or not. And as long as that past remains shrouded in mystery, the world will keep asking, what's the real story? And that's exactly what keeps us coming back for more.